Hey guys, Brian and Deb here, and let me ask you something. As a busy entrepreneur, has this ever happened to you? Have you ever been just running around, bouncing around from thing to thing, and you just run out of time?
I'm sure it has.
Oh, I know it has. I mean, I know, I'm an entrepreneur, you're an entrepreneur with
Absolutely.
Deb, coach, author, and all that kind of good stuff. And a lot of times we are bouncing around from one thing to the next, doing all these things, and we just run out of time. If you ever thought to yourself, boy, if I could just have a little bit more time, then you need to pay attention here real quick, because we've got a couple of things that think can really help you out. The first one is something you've probably heard before. It's called the 80-20 rule, right? And the idea is, Deb, it's 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. And I think a lot of times as business owners and entrepreneurs, we have a tendency to kind of bounce around and try to do everything and get it all done. And what happens is we do the quickest, we do the easiest, we do the fastest, but we might not do the most important, and we might not do the most impactful.
Not in prioritizing.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So the 80-20 rule is a great way to be able to take a look at your workday. Ask yourself when you wake up, what 3 or 4 things are going to be responsible for 80% of my results here today? Put those down on something and then try to stick with them. Now, there's going to be other things that obviously come up. We totally get that. But stick to where it is that you're going and get these things done first, or at least try to focus on them. That way you won't feel like you're constantly bouncing around. Now, Deb, I know you got something too to help them with this.
So when you are bouncing around, that's not efficient, right?
Right.
And one of the things that you can do that's very helpful instead of multitasking is single tasking. So what do I mean by that? So at the end of the day, when you run out of time and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't get anything done, right? Well, that's because even the things that you are working on, you probably didn't even finish those before you went to the next thing.
Good point.
So single tasking is just working on one particular category, subject, project, whatever you have in a single focused time, whether it's a half-hour time block, 45 minutes, or an hour even. So just stick to the one thing, focus, one thing until successful, right? Before you move on to the next thing, and then you won't feel as overwhelmed. And maybe you'll even have time to go to the bathroom and eat lunch.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Well, listen, guys, we have got some good stuff. Actually, we've got some more tips if you'd like to, free tips if you'd like. You just swing on by. We've got the link right down there below. And again, that's Deb. I'm Brian. Thanks so much.
And remember, make it a great day. Bye-bye.